not going to be able to leave the house. And here's another thriller for you. Brace for this. This is crazy what I'm about to read you. This is madness. It feels like somebody wrote this instead of like a script instead of a story. Rare translucent lobster caught off Maine coast, thrown back. Translucent? This is the Stonington, Maine Associated Press.
Oh boy.
A Maine fisherman says he caught a rare, nearly see-through ghost lobster. That's what it says, kids.
Ghost lobster?
It's a ghost lobster, in quotes. Then threw the crustacean back into the ocean because it was too small to keep. If he didn't get a picture of it, I'm going to bite his face like bacon. Guess he didn't, because I don't see one here. Mike Billings is full of it up to his neck and ears. Mike Billings hauled in a lobster Tuesday morning off the coast of Stonington. The Portland Press Herald reports the lobster's unique coloration. Hey, why has it always got to be about coloration? Is likely caused by a genetic condition that results in the partial loss of pigmentation. Billings says he took pictures of the lobster and then threw it back to the ocean. Well, you better have, Billings. If I don't see those pictures, I'm gonna be sore. This is not Billings' first encounter with odd lobsters. Previously caught a rare calico lobster in 2014. Same year he caught one with a blue claw. Let's see if we got a picture.
We have a picture.
No, we don't have a picture. It's not included in the story. Which is like, what's the point?
Well, you know, I've got, since we're on this topic of animals.
Yeah, it seems to be.
I have another horrific story about animals.
Oop.
It's from AP. Are you finished with your story, Eichmann?
You go ahead.
Alright.
I feel like I've contributed to the, stuff.
This is the last article before we pause this. I think it's that part.
Very likely.
And after this story, somewhere in the rubble of the snakes and rodents by Dirk Rimrod.
This just in. Dirk Rimrod, in the surface of Mars, he takes the first crunchy, wunchy steps out of the slave platform onto the surface of Mars, being the first... Oh, wait, no. Wait, never mind, we lost the feed.
Okay. Texas Animal Control seizes hundreds of snakes and rodents. This goes along with the story of these animals ganging up and causing mischief and everything else. Now, Animal Control needs to seize these animals.
Perhaps.
San Antonio AP reports. Animal Control officials have removed more than 100 snakes and more than 400 rodents from a San Antonio home following concerns about the animals' living conditions. Well, yeah, they're in homes. I don't know how 100 snakes and 400 rodents could be in a home. That's crazy. Animal Care Services seized 136 reticulated pythons and ball pythons Wednesday after weeks of attempting to work with the reptiles owner to improve the living conditions. Thinking this is the home of Jake the Snake Roberts.
It could be.
The San Antonio animal owner was breeding and selling the non-venomous constrictors. Investigators said the man wouldn't disclose how many snakes he had or address their living conditions, which prompted authorities to get a search warrant set Joel Skidmore, a field operations supervisor. 2 of the snakes were 10 feet, 3-meter pythons. Animal Care Services officers found the snakes in cages and plastic tubes, some of which were stacked in a shed. Officials also removed 415 mice and rats that were being used as the snake's food source. Wow.
Well, that's what snakes eat. They don't eat cheeseburgers. They don't pee on flower pots. They eat rodents. That's what they do. So, I just don't understand why he's putting snakes in pipes and storing them in sheds. I mean, who does that? Imagine you go in that shed looking for a weed whacker.
Some snake quarter, and I would probably be devoured by a snake. As a matter of fact, I was watching a movie yesterday. It was something on the Anaconda, I think on the Sci-Fi Channel. And what I saw was...
I'm sure it was riveting.
What I saw was appalling. I saw a gigantic snake crush a car. Not a van. It was horrible. And this was in the movie.
Yeah, it might have been my van, because my van got crushed.
No.
Yeah.
Was Kirk Rimrod in it?
Actually, yes, he was. He borrowed it for the weekend, and I never saw it again. So maybe the snake got to it.
I don't know.
Poor Dirk Rimrod. Poor my van. Poor cheeseburger. Poor flower pot.
Poor seagull.
Poor $250 fine. I don't know, seagull, schmeagull. He was always after my precious anyway. Little flying rats.
You know, we have snakes. What's the theme? We have snakes who are eating their rats. We have a seagull eating their burger. We have dogs eating. There's got to be some kind of a food theme, a food and drink theme.
Well, it's a animal eating and victorating and defecating and doing what animals do. You know,
Yeah.
Animals are not making podcasts. Animals are not creating funnel cakes at home. Animals are not composing poetry because they're animals. They mostly eat.
They're creating funnel cakes in another way.
Yes, they are. Funnel cakes of stress and mayhem for humanity.
Okay. Well, let me finish this story and then we could wrap it up and try to find out where the hell in the world. You know, that's copyright infringement. I can't say that. Where the hell is...
Let's keep it clean, Joe.
Where the heck?
Rated G for
where the heck is...
gullible.
Dirk Rimrod?
Where is he?
Where is he? Okay. The owner must appear in court within 10 days to determine who will get custody of the snakes. Are they actually going to find out who gets custody?
Yep, well, they gotta put him somewhere.
Skidmore said, if Animal Care Services is granted custody, the agency will work with local rescue shelters and zoos to find appropriate placement for the reptiles. Spokeswoman Lisa Norwood said, basically these snakes are going to get institutionalized.
Whenever I used to play Mortal Kombat, I always chose the character Reptile.
Whenever I was a kid, I prayed not to be eaten by a reptile.
Well, yeah, I saw Jurassic Park just like everyone else did.
When I was a kid, I saw this show called Dinosaurs.
Oh, no, we can't talk about that.
And shall I say,
I think it's fair to say that the show Dinosaurs was basically a living nightmare. And yeah.
I felt bad for the dada because the baby always gave the dada a hard time, and it was horrible. He worked and he tried to do his best.
It's just a demoralization psyop. That's all it is. Pay it no mind. What does the baby know anyway?
I'm the baby, you gotta love me.
No, not really. I'm the show, gotta cancel me. Just like they did.
I think how many seasons did that last?
Way too long. Like, way too long. Like, that it was green-lighted and then it happened at all. Too long. That is a festering sore on the buttocks of entertainment.
On that news, this is Joe Vexter wrapping it up, and this is the co-editor,
Curtis Bearhart.
This is Yesterday's News.
Introduction. For as long as we can remember, we grew up in families. Whether it was to our natural parents, foster parents, or it was our aunts and uncles who raised us, we were born into a family and a pecking order. This was our position and standing in the family. Some of us have dealt with our parents first. Some of us had to cope with the fact that there was a smaller member of the family, and some of us dealt with the fact that we had to deal with older members of the family. They were our siblings. Through this time, we develop into people we want to be. We have an idea of the job we want in life, and we have an idea of who we want to marry. Quote, birth order is widely recognized in individual psychology as a determinant of personality. Ashby, Locierco, and Kenny, 2003, page 43. We develop our certain paths by learning from our parents and our siblings. Even singletons go through the growing up process developing traits. Eventually, we learn to interpret where we stand in the family. According to Campbell et al., quote, psychological birth order is generally defined as the way a person perceives and interprets his or her position in the family constellation. Ashley, Locierco, and Kenny, 2003, page 44. This is where we gradually formulate ideas, and we grow them into our own. Oftentimes, this leads to conflict within the ranking of birth order. The next section will discuss how birth order develops in people.
That was Birth Order, how the roles of each siblings are placed at birth. That is written by Joseph Vivaldi. Is available on Audible, iTunes, and on the Amazon Kindle. And this is Joseph Vivaldi. I am wrapping up yesterday's news with Joe Vexter and Uncle Kurt. And on next podcast, we're going to feature a new character to yesterday's news with Joe Vexter and Kurt. It is going to be news reporter on assignment, Constantine. Thank you for listening to the podcast. And I hope you listen again.